Hi, everyone, and welcome to today's episode. I'm Natasha, and this is How to Speak English Like an American. Whether you're learning English for work, travel, or just for fun, today we're diving into some simple, practical tips that will help you sound more natural and confident when you speak English, just like an American. So let's get started. Why is it that some people speak English fluently, follow all the grammar rules, and still don't sound American? You've probably noticed it, or maybe even felt it yourself. You've done the hard work, studied the grammar, memorized the vocabulary, maybe even passed tests or written essays. But when it comes to actually speaking, something just doesn't click. You speak, but people squint. They lean in, ask you to repeat. You can feel them trying to process what you're saying, and it's frustrating, right? Because you're fluent, you know English, but it still feels like there's a wall between you and native-level communication. Here's the truth that no one really tells you. Speaking English correctly is not the same as speaking English naturally. And sounding like a native, especially an American, requires more than just knowledge. It requires style, flow, intonation, and cultural feel. And that is exactly what this video is about. Let me start with a few quick questions. Be honest. Do you ever feel like you speak too stiffly, like you're quoting a textbook? Do native speakers respond to you with a polite smile, but you know they're struggling to follow? Have you memorized phrases like, I am going to the store, but never heard anyone say it like that in real life? If you nodded yes to any of those, you're not alone. And the good news is, that's about to change, because today, you're getting a full breakdown of real, living, breathing American English, not classroom English. Not robotic English, but how Americans actually speak, connect, and communicate. In this 40-minute training, we'll dive deep into the 6 biggest areas that will change the way you speak forever. And I promise, if you stick with me through the end, you'll start hearing English differently. You'll speak it differently. You'll feel different while speaking, and most importantly, others will feel differently about how they hear you. Here's what's coming up. The sound of American English. You'll learn how native speakers blend, drop, and smudge words together in ways that make them sound smooth and fast, and how you can train your ear and mouth to do the same. Slang and everyday phrases. These are the building blocks of casual American conversation. We'll break down phrases like hang out, I'm down, or no biggie, and show you when and how to use them like a native. Idioms that Americans actually use. Idioms give your English personality. We'll cover ones that show up in daily speech and explain the real meaning behind them so you don't sound confused or out of place. American rhythm and melody. If your English sounds flat or monotone, it's probably because you're missing the music of the language. We'll tune your ear to the up and down flow of natural speech. Connected speech. Ever wonder why "did you eat" sounds like "jeet" or "let me help you" sounds like "let me help ya"? That's connected speech, and mastering it is a game changer. Cultural communication styles. We'll talk about tone, indirectness, sarcasm, and small talk, because sounding native isn't just about pronunciation. It's about knowing how to navigate a conversation like an American. And at the end, I'll give you a daily fluency routine that you can actually stick to. No long lists, no pressure, just progress. But let's be real. This isn't about losing your identity or trying to erase your accent completely. Your accent tells your story. It shows where you've come from. It's part of who you are. But the goal here is to reduce misunderstandings, increase clarity, and amplify your confidence. And confidence doesn't come from perfection. It comes from fluency, flow, familiarity, feeling in control. Imagine this. You're watching a movie, and suddenly you understand everything. Not just the words, but the jokes, the sarcasm, the vibe, or picture yourself at a party or on a Zoom call, cracking jokes, sounding smooth, and not stressing about grammar. Or delivering a presentation that sounds professional, natural, and powerful, with every word landing just right. That's what this training is here to unlock for you. So if you've been stuck in the "I understand but I can't speak fluently" phase, or if you're tired of sounding like a textbook while others speak casually and quickly, this is your moment. You might be wondering, can I really change the way I sound in English? Absolutely. And not by starting over, but by building on what you already know, with new techniques, smart practice, and a little guidance. That's what I'm here for. So get ready to unlearn some bad habits, discover some aha moments, and start having fun again while learning English. Close your other tabs. Turn off distractions. This is 40 minutes that could change how you speak English for the rest of your life. Let's begin your transformation into someone who doesn't just speak English, but speaks English like an American. Let's dive in. Let's start with the first and biggest reason why American English sounds so different from what you learned in school. It's not about how the words are written, it's about how they sound. In American English, what's written on the page is just the starting point. The way words are actually pronounced in real life, that's where things get interesting. Let's break it down into 3 major features. Vowel reduction, aka the schwa sound. The most common sound in American English is not A or O or even E. It's the schwa. A soft, relaxed sound. Words like banana, ba and na problem, pra bloom chocolate, chocolate. Notice how unstressed syllables melt into that soft, neutral sound. Here's why this matters. Native. Speakers reduce vowels all the time. If you don't, your speech will sound slow, overly clear, and not native-like. Try this out loud. I have a banana. Now reduce it like a native. I have a banana. Feels smoother, right? This is what we mean by rhythmic reduction. It helps your sentences sound more relaxed and easier to listen to. Linking words together. In American speech, words don't stand alone. They connect, like links in a chain. Here are a few examples. Go on. Go one. I eat it. I yit it. She has a dog. She has a dog. When one word ends in a consonant and the next starts with a vowel, Americans link them together to make the sentence flow faster. So instead of saying, I have it, we say, I have it. This linking creates a smooth, rapid-fire rhythm that's a signature of American English. The flap T, or D sound. This one blows people's minds. You've definitely heard it, even if you didn't know what it was. In American English, when a T is between 2 vowel sounds, it usually turns into a soft D sound. We call this the flap T. Examples: water, wa dear, better, better city, sid-e. This is super common. And if you keep saying water or sai-tai, you'll sound too formal or foreign. The flap T adds smoothness and speed. Practice saying, she's better at it than I am. She's better at it than I am. It almost sounds like one long word. That's the point. Now, why do Americans speak like this? It's not laziness. It's efficiency. It's like shaving off sharp edges to create a smoother ride. And if you want to sound native, you need to learn to do the same. Common mistakes. Learners make overpronouncing every syllable. This makes your speech slow, robotic, and stiff, not reducing vowels. Unreduced vowels make words sound unnatural and hard to process for natives. Pausing between every word, natural American speech flows. If you stop between words, your rhythm breaks and comprehension suffers. Quick practice sentences. Let's practice a few real-life phrases. What do you want to eat? Native version. What do you wanna eat? Can you give it to me? Native version. Can you give it to me? I didn't get it. Native version. I didn't get it. These are not slang. This is how average Americans speak every single day. Try shadowing these phrases. Say them with the rhythm. Match the flow. This builds muscle memory and makes your mouth automatically choose the smoother sound. Bonus tip. Use song lyrics and movie lines. If you want to get used to the sound of American English, start listening to pop music lyrics, e.g., Gimme a Reason, Give Me a Reason, movie quotes and TV shows with subtitles. YouTubers or TikTokers who speak quickly and casually. Mimic their tone. Mimic their pronunciation. Pause, rewind, and repeat. And don't be afraid to exaggerate at first. That's how your brain rewires. It's like learning a new dance. At first, it feels awkward, but once your brain gets it, the rhythm becomes automatic. To recap this section, the schwa is your new best friend. Linking makes you sound smooth and confident. The flap T turns your speech from formal to fluent. These aren't just tricks. They're how American English actually works. And when you learn to speak this way, native speakers won't just understand you better, they'll relate to you more too. In the next section, we're diving into the fun part, American slang. Because speaking fluently isn't just about how you say things, it's what you say too. Now that you understand the sound of American English, let's move into the flavor of it, slang. If grammar is the skeleton, slang is the personality. And if you want to sound like a native, you need to speak the way real people talk, not like a textbook. What is slang? Really, slang is informal language that adds color, emotion, and realness to everyday conversation. It helps you connect with people casually, and more importantly, it makes you sound current and culturally aware. But here's the tricky part. Slang changes all the time. What was cool 5 years ago can sound totally cringe today. So in this section, we're focusing on expressions that are common, widely used in real life, still cool in 2025, must-know American slang phrases. Let's break down 10 essential ones you need to start using. What's up? This doesn't mean what is above you. It means how are you? Or what's going on? Hey, what's up? Not much, you. This is the most casual, go-to greeting in American English. If you say, hello, how do you do? You'll sound like a robot from 1880, cha-too. I'm down. This means you're interested or agree with something. Want to grab tacos later? Yeah, I'm down. Think of it as saying I'm in. 3. No, biggie, short for no big deal. Used when you want to say something isn't a problem. Sorry I was late. No biggie, it happens. 4. Chill. Chill out means relax or calm down. Dude, just chill, it's not that serious. Can also describe someone who's easygoing. She's super chill. 5. Hang out. To casually spend time together. Let's hang out this weekend. It's friendly, relaxed, and doesn't require a plan. Bummer means something is disappointing. Ah, that's a bummer. If your friend says their trip got canceled, this is a perfect response. Sick, in a good way. Strangely, sick can mean amazing in slang. That skateboard trick was sick. Just don't say it in a hospital. Ghost. To suddenly stop communicating with someone. He ghosted me after the third date. It's common in dating, texting, and even work life. Cringe. Describes something awkward or embarrassing. His dance moves were so cringe. You'll hear this a lot online. 10. Savage means bold, ruthless, or brutally honest, in a funny or impressive way. She told him off in front of everyone. That was savage. Situational examples. Let's build a conversation using these. A. Hey, what's up? B. Not much, just chillin'. You? A. Same. I was thinking we could hang out later. B. Yeah, I'm down. Let's hit that. Taco place. A. Sick. Oh, and sorry I didn't text back yesterday. B. No biggie, I figured you were busy. Boom. Natural, casual, real. Notice how many slang words came into play, and none of it sounded forced or weird. What to avoid? Trying too hard to use too much slang at once, using outdated or region-specific slang without knowing the context. Mixing slang with overly formal phrases, e.g., "What's up, sir?" sounds off. Focus on a few and use them consistently and in context. That's how you make them feel natural. Bonus: slang from pop culture. Slang often comes from TikTok trends, rap and hip-hop lyrics, stand-up comedy memes. If you want to stay updated, spend a little time watching American creators on TikTok or YouTube Shorts. Pay attention to how they speak, not just what they say. You'll pick up current expressions like bet, I agree, okay, slay, look amazing, or do something impressively, it's giving. Describes a vibe. Like, it's giving vacation energy, just remember. Not everything that trends online makes it into everyday speech. So listen, learn, and test slowly. Shadowing practice. Repeat after me. What's up? I'm down. No biggie. He totally ghosted me. That was savage. Say them out loud. Repeat with rhythm. Use them in real conversations. Slang. Adds personality, emotion, and vibe to your English. And when you speak like this, people instantly feel like, wow, you sound like you're from here. Slang is great for sounding casual, but idioms are where American English really starts to pop. Idioms are short phrases that don't mean exactly what they say. They're metaphorical, emotional, and super common in daily speech. If you want to sound natural and understand native speakers better, this section is essential. Why are idioms so important? Think of idioms as verbal shortcuts. They let you express complex ideas, emotions, or situations in just a few words. And more importantly, they're everywhere. TV shows, podcasts, work meetings, text messages, and casual conversation. If you translate idioms word for word, they make no sense. But if you understand the meaning, They make your English sound rich and native-like. Let's go over 10 must-know idioms Americans use all the time, plus examples and when to use them. Piece of cake. Something very easy. The test was a piece of cake. Don't worry, fixing this is a piece of cake. Use it when something feels effortless. Hit the road to leave or start a journey. All right, time to hit the road. We should hit the road before traffic gets bad. Very common before driving or traveling. Under the weather. Feeling sick or unwell. I'm gonna stay home. I'm feeling a bit under the weather. She's not at work today. She's under the weather. Way more natural than saying, I am ill. 4. Break the ice. To start a conversation in an awkward or tense situation, he told a joke to break the ice. Let's play a game to break the ice. Often used in meetings, interviews, or dates. Let the cat out of the bag to reveal a secret accidentally. I let the cat out of the bag about the surprise party. Don't let the cat out of the bag. Hit the nail on the head to be exactly right or accurate. You hit the nail on the head. That's exactly the problem. She hit the nail on the head with her comment. Cost an arm and a leg, very expensive. That car costs an arm and a leg. Their wedding was beautiful, but it cost an arm and a leg. 8. Bite the bullet to do something difficult or unpleasant that you've been avoiding. I hate the dentist, but I had to bite the bullet. You just have to bite the bullet and talk to him. Get cold feet. 2. Suddenly feel nervous before doing something big. She got cold feet before the wedding. Don't get cold feet. You've got this. 10. Burning the midnight oil, working very late into the night. I've been burning the midnight oil all week. He's burning the midnight oil to finish his project. Idioms in action. A real conversation. Let's put some of these into a short conversation. A. You look tired. B. Yeah, I've been burning the midnight oil studying for this exam. A. Oh no. Was it hard? B. Nah, it was a piece of cake. A. Good. I would have gotten cold feet for sure. B. Haha, I did too, but I had to bite the bullet. Notice how these idioms make the conversation feel. Rich, natural, and expressive. Common mistakes with idioms, using them literally. Idioms are not direct. Don't picture an actual nail or a cat in a bag. Using them out of context. Each idiom fits specific emotions or situations. Use them when they feel right, not just to sound smart. Overusing idioms. 1 or 2 per conversation is perfect. Too many feels forced. Bonus. Idioms used. In pop culture, idioms are everywhere in movies and TV. Friends. We were on a break. Contextual idiom. Emotional emphasis. The Office. That's what she said. Innuendo. Humor idiom. Modern Family. When life gives you lemons. Classic optimism idiom. Watch with subtitles. Pause and write down idioms you hear. Then try them in your own conversations. Shadowing practice. Repeat these, say them out loud, with confidence and emotion. This project is a piece of cake. Let's hit the road. I'm feeling a bit under the weather. Don't let the cat out of the bag. We've been burning the midnight oil. Feel the rhythm. Feel the expression. That's what makes your English sound alive. So far, you've learned what to say and how to pronounce the sounds. But there's another level. how to deliver your words. And this is where most learners get stuck. They speak English like a straight line. But American English? It's not a straight line. It's a roller coaster. It has ups, downs, pauses, punches, and emotions. That's what we call intonation and rhythm, or the music of the language. Why is intonation so important? Because how you say something can completely change the meaning, even if the words are exactly the same. Compare these two. You got the job. Flat tone. Sounds like a fact. You got the job. Rising tone. Surprise, excitement. Same sentence. Totally different vibe. In American English, emotion lives in the melody. Without it, even good grammar sounds cold or robotic. American English. Stress-timed language. English is stress-timed, not syllable-timed. This means we stress important words and squish everything else around them. Let's take this sentence. I want to go to the store. Native speakers will say it more like, I want to go to the store. Notice how want, go, and store are stressed? Everything else is quickly reduced. I want to go to the store. This is the natural rhythm of American English. Strong, weak, weak, strong, weak, strong. Rising versus falling intonation. Here's a quick guide. Falling tone. Statements, commands, certainty. I'll call you tomorrow. Let's go. Rising tone. Yes, no questions. Surprise, confusion. Are you coming? Really. Rise, fall, friendly, casual, playful. I don't know. Maybe. The tone gives emotion, and Americans use it all the time. It makes speech more dynamic, more fun, more human. Common learner. Mistake, speaking too flat, charge unclear emotions, plus low engagement. It happens when learners try to speak perfectly, focus too much on grammar, translate directly from their native language. The fix? Exaggerate the melody when you practice. Use your face, eyes, and hands, even when speaking alone. If you feel the rhythm physically, your voice will follow. Exercises to master intonation and rhythm. Record yourself. Take a simple sentence and record it with different tones. I didn't say you stole the money. Say it 5 different ways. Each word can be emphasized to change the meaning. Copy native speakers. Pick one YouTube video or Netflix show. Watch 10 seconds. Pause. Imitate their rhythm, pitch, and emotion, not just words. Add meaning with your voice. Take this sentence. I love that. Now try it like, you're excited. I love that. You're sarcastic. I love that. You're confused. I love that. Same sentence. 3 meanings. That's power. Story time. How tone changes everything. Let me tell you about a student I worked with, Diego from Brazil. Diego spoke perfect English. Great grammar, wide vocabulary, but every time he talked, people thought he was upset, even when he was happy. Why? His tone was always flat and low. So we worked on intonation. He started mimicking news anchors, sitcoms, and comedians. After 3 weeks, he said his co-workers were smiling more, laughing at his jokes, and even saying, "You sound American now." All he changed was tone. This is how powerful rhythm and intonation can be. Bonus tips. Use pitch variation. Let your voice go up and down. Don't rush. Native rhythm has speed and pauses. Smile while speaking. Yes, it literally changes your tone. Try this. Say, "That's great," while smiling. Now say it with a frown. Totally different sound, right? Shadowing. Practice repeat these with expression. "You got the job? Let's do it." "I don't know." "Are you sure?" "That's amazing." Smiling. Train like an actor. You're not just speaking, you're performing communication. To recap, American English rides on rhythm, emotion, and pitch. Stress the important words. Don't be afraid to go big with your tone. It shows confidence, not weirdness. The right intonation, the right impression. Up. Next, we'll tie all of this together with the glue of real speech. Connected speech. The secret to sounding fast, fluid, and 100% native. Let's be honest. Native speakers sound like they're mumbling sometimes, right? You listen carefully, but all you hear is, "What are you doing?" "Gimme a dot." "Let me see." That's connected speech. And no, Americans aren't being lazy. They're being efficient. Connected speech is what happens when words flow into each other naturally. In conversation, it's fast, fluid, and absolutely essential if you want to sound native. Why connected speech matters. If you don't use it, your speech sounds slow, overly formal, and sometimes robotic. If you do use it, people will say, "Wow, your English is really natural." It's the glue between words that makes everything sound native-level smooth. Let's break it into 4 powerful techniques. 1. Linking sounds. When one word ends in a consonant and the next begins with a vowel, Americans connect them. Examples: turn off, pick it up, get out, G'd out. Try this. I need it. Say it fast. I need it. This doesn't just sound better, it's how Americans actually talk. 2. Intrusion. Sometimes Americans insert a little sound to make speech smoother. Common intrusions. W. Go on. Go one. Y. I agree. I agree. R. Law and order. Law rand order. These sounds aren't in the spelling. They happen between words to maintain the rhythm. Try saying, "Do it again." Say it fast. Do it again. 3. Elision. Dropping sounds. Americans often drop sounds completely to keep the pace. Fast examples. Next day. Next day. Friend of mine. Frenna mine. Facts are facts. Facts are facts. It's not sloppy. It's normal. Try it. He asked me. Say it fast. He asked me. This is how real, everyday speech works. 4. Contractions, plus. Reductions. We've talked about these already, but let's drill deeper. Common reductions: want to, wanna, going to, gonna, let me, lemme. Give me, gimme, don't know, dunno. Say this slowly first. I'm going to let you do it. Now say it like a native. I'm gonna let you do it. Connected speech is like English and fast forward. Mode: how to train this skill. Shadow real people. Watch YouTube, TikTok, or Netflix. Pick 10 seconds. Pause. Imitate the exact rhythm and connection. Say it fast, then slow. Try this sentence. What do you want to do? Now break it down slowly. What do you want to do? Then speed it up again. It helps your brain connect the dots. Record yourself and compare. Say this line. Did you eat yet? Record yourself. It should sound like, "Jeet yet?" Yes, it really sounds that different. And that native dot practice sentences. Say these out loud. I gotta get out of here. Let me see it. What you doing later? Can you help me? I don't know if I can. Repeat them 5 times each. Faster, smoother, confident. Your mouth will start to remember the rhythm. Bonus. Real-life mini dialogue. Hey, what you up to? B. Nothing much. Gonna head out soon. A. Cool. Jeet yet? B. Nah. You want to grab something? That's native. American English. It sounds casual, friendly, and lightning fast, but it's built on connected speech. Common mistakes. Saying every word separately. Ignoring reductions. Being afraid to sound casual. Connected speech doesn't make you sound unprofessional. It makes you sound fluent. Key takeaways. Words in English don't live alone. They connect. Practice connecting words out loud, even by exaggerating. Use wanna, gonna, lemme, gimme strategically and confidently. Focus on flow, not perfection. When you speak this way, people won't just hear you. They'll feel like you belong in the language. Here's the thing most textbooks won't teach you. You could say the right words in perfect American accent and still come off as awkward, too direct, or even rude. Why? Because American English isn't just a language. It's a style of communication deeply tied to culture, values, and social habits. Let's break down the cultural keys that help you not just speak like an American, but connect like one. 1. Small talk. Is big talkin'. Many cultures, people go straight to the point. But in the U.S., small talk is a social ritual. It's how relationships begin and trust is built. You're expected to say, "How's it going?" even if you don't need an answer. Comment on the weather, weekend plans, or TV shows. Ask light questions before getting serious. Hey, how was your weekend? Did you catch the game last night? It's crazy hot out today, huh? This isn't meaningless. It's a way of saying, I see you, I'm open. Let's ease into this. Pro tip, don't skip it, even in professional settings. 2. Indirectness. Politeness. Americans rarely say no directly. They use softeners to be polite, avoid conflict, or protect feelings. Examples. Instead of I don't like it, they might say, it's not really my thing. I'm not sure that works for me. Instead of no, they'll say, I'll have to think about it. Maybe another time. Learn to read between the lines because maybe often means no, and that's interesting might mean I disagree. 3. Sarcasm. Is everywhere. Americans use sarcasm to be funny, ironic, or playful, often with a straight face. Example. Your friend says, oh great, another meeting. They don't mean it's great. They're being sarcastic. Watch. Out for tone, flat or exaggerated. Facial expression, eye rolls, smirks. Context, something annoying or frustrating just happened. If you take sarcasm literally, it can be confusing. But once you get the feel, it's actually a fun way to connect. 4. Nice is a default mode. Americans often smile, nod and agree, even when they don't completely mean it. It's called being socially smooth. Sure, sounds. Great! Maybe, let's totally hang out sometime. Probably never. This isn't lying, it's just part of the social dance. Being nice keeps things easy and upbeat. So if someone is being extra friendly, that doesn't always mean they want a close friendship. Feel it out with time. 5. Confidence. Clarity. In the U.S., confidence is seen as positive, not arrogant. People who speak clearly, smile, and make eye contact are respected. That means don't mumble or apologize for your English. Don't say, "Sorry, my English is bad." Just speak and let people hear you. Americans admire effort, energy, and self-assurance, even with mistakes. I'm still learning, but let's go. That attitude earns instant respect. 6. Open body language and voice. Tone Americans are expressive with their faces, hands, and voices. They nod to show they're listening. They use their hands to explain or emphasize. Their tone changes to match mood and intention. So if your voice is flat and your face doesn't move, it can seem like you're bored or even cold. Loosen up. Smile. Use your hands. Be a little extra. It's not just accepted, it's expected. 7. Timing and turn-taking in many cultures. Talking over someone shows passion or involvement. In the U.S., interrupting is often seen as rude, unless it's playful or emotional. Pause slightly before responding. Use phrases like, "Can I jump in here?" That reminds me of, just to add to that. This helps you flow with the rhythm of American group conversation. Real-life example, how nuance creates connection. Let's say you walk into a meeting and say, "Hello, where is the file?" That's grammatically correct. But it's a bit harsh. Now try the American way. "Hey, good morning. How's it going? Quick question. Do you know where that file ended up?" Same goal. Totally different vibe. One is a command. The other is casual, respectful, and builds rapport. How to practice these cultural nuances. Watch sitcoms like Friends, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, or The Office. Observe how characters use small talk, sarcasm, and soft tone. Mimic real conversations. Listen to podcasts or YouTube interviews. Note how people start conversations, interrupt politely, and express emotion. Ask for feedback. If you have American friends, ask, "Does this sound natural?" Or, "Was that too direct?" The fastest way to learn these habits is to immerse yourself in real talk, not just scripted English. Let's take a second to appreciate what you've just done. In the last 35 minutes, you've learned more than most people do in 6 months of English classes. Not just the language, but the culture, rhythm, and real-life usage of American English. So now the big question is, how do you keep improving every day without burning out? Let's wrap up this video with a clear action plan, so you can keep building momentum and speak English like an American for life. Step 1. Build a 15-minute daily routine. You don't need hours of study. You need consistency. Here's a sample routine you can start using today. Minutes 1-5. Input, listening. Watch a short clip of an American YouTuber, TikTok, Netflix scene, or podcast. Use subtitles. Watch twice. Focus on rhythm, emotion, and slang. Minutes 6-10. Shadowing, speaking. Choose one short sentence or dialogue. Repeat it out loud exactly as you hear it. Match the speed, tone, and attitude. Minutes 11 to 15. Expression, freestyle. Talk to yourself. Describe your day. Pretend you're ordering food or role-play a conversation. Use slang, idioms, and reductions. Record it. Listen back. That's it. 15 minutes a day. If you stay consistent, you'll start sounding natural in just weeks. Step 2. Focus on real English, not just correct English. You already know grammar. Now it's about using it like a native. Prioritize. Listening to real people, not robots or teachers reading scripts. Speaking fast, even if it's messy. Understanding rhythm, intonation, and emotional delivery. Connecting with culture. Not just rules, fluency, raw familiarity. The more real English you expose yourself to, the faster you'll absorb it. Step 3. Track your progress. Progress feels slow, unless you measure it. Try this. Record a 30-second video of yourself speaking. English today. Set a reminder to record another one in 30 days. Compare. You'll be shocked. Focus on things like your flow, your use of reductions, your ability to sound relaxed and confident, even tiny improvements. Massive momentum. Step 4. Engage. With others' language is connection. Don't learn alone. Comment on videos in English. Join an English-speaking Discord or subreddit. Use apps like Tandem or HelloTalk to chat with real people. Watch live streams or gaming streams and engage in the chat. The more you use your English in natural settings, the less learning it feels, and the more fun it becomes. Step 5. Celebrate your wins. Did you understand a full podcast? Episode. Did someone say, "Wow, your English is great"? Did you order coffee and feel confident? Those are huge wins. Celebrate them. Write them down. Share them with friends. Because confidence doesn't just come from knowledge, it comes from recognizing your own growth. Let's recap. What you've learned today. Here are the key elements of speaking English like an American. The sound. Use the schwa, linking, and the flap T slang. Speak casually with modern, everyday expressions, idioms. Add emotion and clarity with native phrases, rhythm and intonation. Speak with music, not monotone. Connected speech. Flow from word to word with reductions and blending. Cultural nuance. Understand. How Americans connect with tone, timing, and small talk daily practice. Train smart, not long, and use English in real life. And most importantly, you don't have to sound perfect. You just have to sound real. Final words of motivation. You're not just learning English. You're building a voice in a whole new culture. That takes courage. That takes effort. That takes time. But if you're still here, watching, listening, improving, you're already ahead of 99% of learners. Every time you choose to practice, every time you push past self-doubt, every time you say, "Let me try," instead of "I can't," you're becoming the version of yourself that speaks English like a native, with clarity, personality, and pride. So keep going. You're closer than you think. And if this video helped you, like it, subscribe, drop a comment. Tell me, what's the one thing you're going to practice first? This is your fluency journey, and I'm so glad to be part of it. See you in the next one.